Hey everyone, welcome to Vijay DevOps Academy. In this session, we are going to explore AWS Global Infrastructure. This is the foundation that makes AWS so powerful, reliable, and fast. So, if you are starting your AWS or DevOps journey, understanding this is super important because everything we build in AWS, whether it's an AWS EC2 instance, databases, or a Kubernetes clusters, everything is actually deployed on top of this global infrastructure. So, let's get started. Okay, what is AWS Global Infrastructure? AWS has built a worldwide cloud network and it is designed to give us scalability, speed, and reliability. So think of it like the backbone of AWS. The three key building blocks here are regions, availability zones, and edge locations. So by combining these, AWS ensures that applications run smoothly, data is secure, and users all over the world get faster performance. Now let's understand about regions. A region is a physical location somewhere in the world where AWS has multiple data centers. So for example, we have a Mumbai region here in India and the Northern Virginia region in the United States. Each region is completely independent from the others, which means you can choose where to run your applications based on customers compliance requirements, or latency needs. So, as of September 2025, AWS has 38 regions across the globe and they keep expanding every year. Now, inside each region, we have what's called availability zones or AGs. So, an availability zone is basically one or more separate data centers with independent power, cooling, and networking capabilities. So, the magic here is that every region has at least three availability zones. Of course, three or more. So, why is this important? Let's say you deploy your application across two availability zones. If one AZ goes down due to some issues, your application will still stay up and running in the other availability zone. So this gives us redundancy, high availability, and fault tolerance, which is actually the heart of cloud reliability. Now let's talk about edge locations. While regions and AGs are great for running applications, edge locations bring AWS services closer to the end users. These are data centers spread across hundreds of cities worldwide that cache content and reduce latency. They are mainly used by services like CloudFront, Route 53, and Global Accelerator. So, for example, if you're streaming a video from India but the original server is in the US, AWS will deliver that video from the nearest edge location in India instead of pulling it all the way from America. So, this makes your apps and websites feel fast no matter where your users are located. Here is a simple way to think about AWS infrastructure. At the top level, we have regions. Inside each region, we have multiple availability zones. Each AZ is made up of one or more data centers. And around the world, we also have edge locations that bring content closer to users. So, regions are broad locations. AGs give you redundancy within a region, and edge locations optimize the performance globally. Why this matters? Now you might be thinking, why do I, as a cloud engineer, need to care about all this? The answer is simple. Understanding AWS global infrastructure helps you design better solutions. It ensures high availability by spreading your apps across availability zones. It provides disaster recovery so you can fail over to another region if one entire region has issues. It gives faster performance with edge locations, caching content near your users. And finally, it helps with compliance because sometimes businesses must store data in a specific country or region. So, this is not just theory, these concepts directly affect how you design real world systems. Okay, enough slides. Let's actually see this in the AWS Management Console. If you go to the top right corner of your AWS console, you'll see a region selector. This shows all the regions AWS currently provides. And if you select a region, you can deploy your resources there, taking advantage of multiple availability zones. You'll also notice that AWS keeps adding new regions every year, so this list keeps growing. Awesome. That was quick discussion about AWS global infrastructure in a nutshell.
We understood about regions, availability zones, and edge locations. I hope this gave you a clear understanding of how AWS is set up globally to build and deploy your applications. So, if this video helped you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Vijay DevOps Academy because we are going to cover a lot more on AWS and DevOps in a fast and practical way. So, in the next video, we'll dive into AWS IAM service, one of the most important service in AWS. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.